What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rusted Mod. In this episode, we actually found a 1970s Corvette that has been sitting in a garage for 20 years, and we're about to go pick it up. I went and took a look at it earlier, wasn't really sure if we were gonna get it, but he's ending up moving and needs to get the car out of his garage. So we're gonna go take a look at it, see if we can pick this thing up. Apparently it's all taken apart, but he has all the pieces to it. So follow us along. We're gonna see if we can get this thing, if we can put it back together and get it back on the road after sitting for 20 years in this guy's garage. So we'll see what it looks like.
In the garage. Actually, I drove it in the garage and never did anything else with it. Kids came about. I had grandkids.
Alright guys, so just a little bit of a backstory on how we ended up getting this Corvette. So this is the original owner, and he has owned this car for the past 20 plus years. It was originally a green color, and he just painted it, tore the entire thing down, put it in his garage, and he hasn't touched it since in the past 20 years. So it's literally been sitting under a car cover in his garage, just like you see it here. So he has acquired a bunch of parts over the years, all new, brand new interior in these boxes that are a cream color. These green seats are the original color of the car, and whenever I found it, this is how it was. It was in this garage and it was under this car cover. Kind of was turned away from it just because there was no interior in it, so I wasn't really that into it, but we ended up talking some things over, and I think we can put this thing together relatively easily and put all the new interior that he has in the car. I had known about this car for a little bit. A friend of mine ended up telling me that this guy was moving out of his house and he needs it gone. So I think we can take this project on and we can put it together so at least he can see what the car is going to look like all put together, since it hasn't seen daylight in 20 years. Alright, so this is the car, and this is where it has been for 20 years. The guys ended up moving out of this house. And I did take a look at it before, wasn't really sure what I'm going to do with it because it's all torn apart, but he just painted it and didn't have time to finish it, put it back together, so the interior is all torn out of it, which sucks. But he has all the new pieces in these boxes here, so we're going to see what we can do. It is missing the rear glass, so we're going to have to find that. I think he said that he has it somewhere, so it's definitely a project, but it's a pretty nice car. Obviously just been painted, and it only has like, I think he said 70 something thousand miles on it. So we're gonna try to sort through all the parts and then load it up here and then take it back to the shop. Filled with Corvette parts, and the Corvette is literally filled with Corvette parts. There's so much stuff for this car. It keeps pulling out. Pretty awesome. All right, we finally got it out of there. Crazy how much stuff this guy has for this Corvette. This is like his dream car, and he ordered a bunch of parts for it. Ordered all brand new interior because the car was originally green and he painted it blue, and he wanted it that blue and white color. So the whole car has been painted brand new, and he has all brand new interior in the boxes. So we just got to put the interior back in it and finish it, and it should be a pretty nice car. So the hard work is done with the paint and the body work and everything like that. So hopefully we can get this thing together. I'm not sure when we're going to get to this project since we have so much stuff going on, but it was too good of a deal to pass up, and he needed it gone. So I wanted to do him a favor and thought that we could take it on. So we'll see what we're gonna do with this thing, but we'll take a better look at it when we get back to the shop. Right, so this is all the stuff that this car has, which is cool, and everything is brand new in the box.
And then he even has some parts that were originally on it. The interior, like I said, of this car was green. And this is the car. So it's been sitting for 20 years on jack stands in this guy's garage with a bunch of tarps on it. So I got a little bit of video when I could. Obviously this is guy's house, so I don't want to be super rude and start filming and everything like that. But this is the car, and it's in really good shape. Just needs to be put together. So it's not, you know, every day where you find a Corvette that somebody needs gone. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to this anytime soon, but we'll at least have it and start piecing it together while we get the rest of our projects done. But yeah, we'll see what else this Corvette has. We'll start going through some parts here. All right, so what might be more interesting than the car itself is all of the parts that it came with. So there's some of the original interior pieces like this green, and then some new pieces, but in the boxes are brand new pieces for the interior. So let me try to open one and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so just like that, there's boxes of this brand new white interior in them. And I just opened this box. The guy had never opened this box in 20 years. So he ordered it, stockpiled on all the parts to put it back together, and never put it back together. So pretty crazy. I know in this one, there's a brand new dash in here, still in the wrapper and everything. So pretty crazy. But he obviously has all the pieces that were on it. He took off while he's painting it. The nose is from the car originally, and he put a new one on when he painted it. So bunch of parts. So we definitely have our work cut out, but I think it'll be a very nice car whenever we put it back together. So if we put it back together, you'll see a video on it. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. That's what the stage is of the Corvette right now, but we'll see how far we can get on this thing. All right, got all this stuff from the truck loaded up into here. Just wanted to give you guys a good look of what was kind of in there. There's a lot of interior pieces, a lot of trim pieces. But what made this car so cool was all the nice new interior pieces that he bought for it. Just for example, here's the door panel, and it's this really nice cream color, and I think it's gonna go really nice with the blue. And I mean, he has boxes of all this stuff brand new. I looked up these door panels. They're about $550 just for the panel. So very nice interior, and I think if we can put this thing together, it'll be a very, very nice car. So just a cool little project that we can mess with, piece it together, and somebody's gonna have a really nice car whenever we're done with it. All right, so now that we've unloaded the truck, we can unload the Corvette and see what kind of treasures are in this car, since there's so many parts that are left and we're kind of missing some stuff. So we're gonna unload this, see what's in here. All right, so this is pretty much all the parts that were in the car. There's some just miscellaneous interior trim pieces, the lights, some carpeted pieces, seat brackets, seat belts. There's a bunch of Dynamat, and then radios, and just a little bit of trim pieces and like the headlight bezels and stuff. So pretty good stuff. Really looking for this hardware. Hopefully in one of these boxes he has hardware labeled. But that's what's in the car. So it's getting dark now. We're gonna unload this thing, put a tarp on it so it doesn't get wet inside, and put a bunch of padding and stuff over it so the paint doesn't get messed up. And then we're gonna sort through all of this hardware and everything, label it, put it in boxes, so that way when we get to this car, we'll have everything ready to go so we can piece all this stuff together. All right, that's probably gonna do it for this video, guys, on the Corvette. Let us know what you guys think we should do with this thing. I definitely want to try to put it together because that interior stuff is really nice. I really just want to see how it looks in the car. But we're probably not going to get to this anytime soon because we have so much other stuff going on. We have a bunch of projects. So when we get all the projects done, like the Jeep, the F250, the Mercury, all that stuff we have going, we'll probably get to this thing so we can take our time, do it right. Because I think it's a really nice car. These aren't really super valuable, but I definitely want to put this together so I can send pictures to the owner so he can see his dream car that he had sitting in his garage for 20 years finally assembled. So we'll see what happens with this thing, and you guys will see that on a future episode of Rustomod. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe so you can see what happens with this car and all the other cars that we rescued. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.